I'll tell you as a professional guide, this is the one mountain range I will not go into alone. For those who saw the last video 4 or 5 years ago, my name's Corey Daniel, professional guide out here in Arizona.
Just letting us know he's hanging out, don't come in here.
Last time we talked about the superstitions, there was a lot we didn't talk about. And he pointed to a thing of rock on a cliff. That's where the entrance is to the inside of this mountain. We'll talk about the mysteries of this mountain range. It's been the scene for alleged alien abductions, lost gold mines, Jacob Waltz, people missing heads for over 100 years now. There's a lot here that we don't know about. Hey, that's where the cave is that goes into the underworld. Right up there. And I want to teach someone about it.
So right now it's 9 o'clock, and for the very first time ever, we're heading towards the interior of the Superstition Mountains. Right there is actually the ridge of the mountain.
Searching for skinwalkers or little people, giants. It's so creepy.
I don't think it's a great idea, to be honest with you.
God, please be with us right now as we walk through the darkness of the Superstition Mountains.
He disappeared while hiking in the Superstition Mountains.
How weird are these buildings, dude? What the f was that? Yeah, right in there. It's a skinwalker.
She's over there.
What was that? It was right in front of me, dude. What the What? Dude, this is so creepy. On tonight's episode of the Paranormal Files, we're here at one of the most haunted places on planet Earth, at the base of the Superstition Mountains here in Apache Junction, Arizona. This location is known as one of the most haunted and one of the most feared paranormal landmarks in our great country. And let me tell you, we have talked to so many people about this episode, and none of them said they would come out here at night. But here we are, about to ghost hunt. This journey started 5 years ago when we interviewed somebody about these mountains, but we never actually stepped foot inside of them. Well, tonight that all changes. For the very first time, we're going to be entering the Superstition Mountains at night to check for evidence of paranormal activity. Let me tell you, this is one of the craziest things we've ever done. So, yeah. What else can you say, but let's do this. My name's Colin Brown, and you're watching the Paranormal Files.
Where is he?
It's a Western Diamondback.
Oh my God.
That and a 12-gauge shotgun are the most universally recognized sounds on Earth.
See, that's the nice thing about rattlesnakes, though, is that they don't just strike.
Generally. The problem is that people have been killing them.
Yeah.
So all the snakes that rattle get killed, and the ones that don't rattle don't get killed, so that eventually all that's left are rattlesnakes that don't rattle.
Yeah.
That is
That's
problem.
a younger one, too.
And
oh, there he is.
Is it large? Like how large?
Oh,
that's a big one.
Yeah, it's a good size one. Hey, buddy. You can only strike about 2/3 of his body.
Yeah, it's deep, bro. We're not coming in.
No, in fact, I've seen him in the dead of winter. If it's a warm winter.
Let us know he's hanging out. Don't come in here.
Yeah. So remember when I said down there he'll be headed out for the trail where the sun's at? So this time of day they come out on the asphalt or the rocks or whatever, and they'll warm up for the last part of the day, and then they'll go under.
shit.
Wow.
You're safe, bud.
How'd you?
It just,
All right, brother, I'm going.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy, dude.
Holy shit.
The search continues for 3 men lost in the Superstition Mountains. They were reportedly looking for the lost Dutchman mine with hopes of striking it rich, but now experts say they'll be lucky to get out alive.
The 4 members of the Perry family are among an estimated 100 people who've lost their lives in the Superstition Mountains since the early 1800s.
You just burn those off, you cut them open. This was the primary food.
Wow.
I mean, you ate this every single day if you were a native out here.
That's cool.
Yeah, sure.
Kind of cucumbery, yeah, a little bit. Some say kiwi kind of ish. The other ones burn off way better.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, my gosh. That is a party trick, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Not that I would ever recommend anyone do it, but you can light that whole cactus on fire and the whole thing at nighttime does those.
Ooh.
Oh, ask me how I know that.
Yeah. Also, it tastes
Kind of the whole thing then. Wow. And you got moisture, that's where it's all hidden, so. The cactus
Shit, that's good, dude.
That is good.
Oh man, this haunted house is so haunted, it's making me hungry.
Wow, me too. I'm like starved.
Well, I have something just for us.
Oh my goodness.
We have, thankfully we have Factor.
Wow.
Let's try it out. Factor makes your nutrition goals easier to attain than ever by delivering fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals right to your doorstep. The chefs at Factor only create their meals with ingredients that have integrity. So everything you eat from Factor is gonna taste good, it's gonna make you feel good, and it'll be made from good ingredients.
Factor is great. You don't have to cook. The meal's delicious and all you have to do is warm it up and enjoy it.
Factor meals are incredibly easy to prepare. Like Jeff said, you literally just remove the top of the packaging, pop it in the microwave for 2 minutes, relax for a second, and then enjoy the meal. So if you're busy like we are, you might not be hunting ghosts like we are, but Factor is a great way to save time in your day, eliminate the hassle of cooking and cleanup, and eat healthy.
Factor cuts down on grocery shopping and cooking. It gives me a lot more free time for the things I enjoy, like ghost hunting.
Courtney and I actually used Factor for a long time before I decided to partner with them to bring you guys this message. So I know that the products are high quality. I love the company and it really did save us so much time. I wouldn't say this if I didn't enjoy them. Courtney actually knows that I don't like leftovers, but with Factor, I've enjoyed every meal that I've ever tried. Wow, that was an incredible meal from Factor. And it makes me wonder, do spirits ever get hungry?
Hey spirits, are you hungry? Would you like something to eat? Give us a sign.
Make me a meal.
All right, we got to throw another one in for him.
Let's grab one.
Head to factor75.com or click the link below to use code Paranormal Files 50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next month of orders. That's code Paranormal Files 50 at factor75.com to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month of orders. Now let's get back to the show.
So for those who saw the last video 4 or 5 years ago, my name's Corey Daniel, professional guide out here in Arizona, researcher, and just all-around curious guy. So, well, last time we shot we talked about the superstitions here a little bit. A lot of stuff we didn't get into though. I watched the video this morning again to kind of refresh, and there was a lot we didn't talk about. For those to recap here, the Superstition Mountains is about, what, 50 million years old, somewhere in there, of 5 interconnecting calderas that blew up into a dome and domed over. And it's just a decomposing caldera field now. These are about 3 times taller than they are now, and they've worn down over those millions and millions of years into what you see. What you see right now, by the way, is just the western wall. This mountain range goes for, I think, about 30 miles that way to the east. And it goes up to the top of Mount Mound. I think it's 6,500 foot elevation at the top up there. And we'll talk about that in a minute. Or we didn't talk about Circle Stone last time, did we? Okay, we'll get into that a little bit. We'll talk about the mysteries of this mountain range here. It sits about, what, 30 miles to the east of Phoenix metro area. And it's been the scene for alleged alien abductions, lost gold mines, Jacob Waltz, people missing heads for over 100 years now, Apache attacks, the Jesuits were through here, the Peraltas, when the Peralta came up here with his mine. I mean, the stories are endless. There's over 300 books now, about another one today that I didn't have, written about this mountain range and everything that's taken place up here. And the stories are varied, and if you're hearing the stories that I'm telling them, they might be a little bit different when you hear someone else tell them. I might have heard it differently, I might have had some information, someone else might have a different piece of information, but being researchers, as you are, you get different pieces and they all kind of fit together. Eventually, you kind of sift through and you find out whereabouts things are at. And I've been doing this for so long, I kind of feel I have a handle on some of the stories, but a lot of them are religious in nature. You know, we like to think of Western society in America as being America, you know, and the West started with the cowboys, but didn't. You know, the West started like with Spain, when the Spanish got here in the mid-1500s. And when they made their way up, and all this was España Nueva, right? And then it became Mexico, and then it became America, and then it was Pimeria Alta, which belonged to it was the Pima Empire of the tribe that lived down there in the Phoenix area now. Before that, it was the Hohokam, tribe, or Hohokam, however you want to pronounce that. So this has been a lot of places to a lot of people throughout time, but all of them have stories of this mountain range here. We talk about in Western tradition, defined with our collective religion of Christianity, generally speaking, if you're not Christian or not, the society is. And we have our flood story, right? I'm sure in your investigations you've all come across flood stories and giants. It's ubiquitous across Earth. In every creation story, there's flood stories and giants. And what's interesting is with Pima, down there in the Phoenix area, just the whole entire basin, they had a flood story here. And the reason why I picked this spot for our location today, you see all the spires coming up at the base there? Those factor into that flood story. That when it was the Great Spirit, he had created mankind, but he'd also created giants previous. Kind of a very similar story to that of the Hopi and the Navajo, and the Pawnee for that matter. And he realized that the giants were tormenting people. And so he said, take the good people, those that are worthy, those aren't corrupted. Same thing he told Noah, all right, take your family into the boat. Same thing he told the Hopis to the chief, take those of your people that are pure, being not polluted with the bloodlines of these giants, take them underground to the ant people, right? That was the Hopi story. And he flooded Turtle Island. And then he brought them back up again when it was all cleansed. Well, it was this very similar story here. He told them, go to the top of the mountain with the good people that aren't corrupted, and I will flood out the giants. And when the flood came, the spires there, the lower spires, are the giants that got caught scrambling up the mountain and froze right there into rocks. So as the Pima tell it, that's their story. So just interesting how all these stories, you know, there's a grain of truth in there somewhere with the flood and somewhere with giants. I'm sure, you know, you've come across the stories of giants and all your exploits in your channel, I would imagine, throughout these years. But I just keep running into giants over and over and over again, especially out west. But like I said, this is just the western wall here. A very interesting story I didn't tell last time, and I was kind of bummed when I was driving home, was that of a girl, a young girl. They found the bones in like I want to say the 50s on a cliff up in here somewhere. I don't know where the exact cliff is, or it's in a cave about 1,000 foot up on those cliffs right there. And a prospector saw the cave through his binoculars, and he went up there with pitons and ropes, and he found laying in that cave was the skeleton of a woman. And they took the bones down, they had them examined, and it was that of a young Caucasian girl. And they were found with no clothing on, no jewelry, nothing, and they don't know how her body got into a cave on the side of that cliff up there. They just don't know, because they had to use ropes. So there's not, very unlikely that a young girl in the early 1900s could be coaxed to climbing a cliff and then laid out with her hands crossed over her and her feet in a very dignified manner. It wasn't indignant, with a smooth rock under her head. So that's just one more story of this mountain range that it just ends there, you know. I even looked up the records on it, and sure enough, it was in the papers. So it actually happened. It got recorded, and the names of the autopsy people were on it. So just, what do you do with it? I don't know, but it's just one more strange story. They did open up also, they opened up a new investigation into the Circle Stone. I mentioned that. At the top of this mountain range, probably about 10 miles that way or so, in the very center is Rivas Ranch. And it's a little valley where Elijah Marcus Rivas had his orchard, and he grew vegetables, and he planted a bunch of apple trees up there. And he would go down into Florence in the summertime and sell all of his stuff and come back up. Well, he did a lot of fighting with the Apaches because they wanted him out of this mountain. Remember, this is the abode of the thunder gods. And the Apaches are reputed to protect this. We talked a little bit last time, I think you even called me afterwards, I might be mistaken, about a secret society of Native Americans who still protect this. I was doing some research the other day preparing, and I came across something that I had read that I had forgotten about. But there was a gentleman, Bernard, but he was in World War I, and he went to war with 2 White Mountain Apaches. The White Mountain Apache tribes are that way in kind of eastern Arizona. And a guy named White Bear and another fellow, and they were very good friends, and he had saved them. But he was a rancher on the other side of those mountains after he got back, And he believed, he knew, he said he knew without a shadow of a doubt that some of the people with the missing heads had been taken by Apaches. And this was in the early 1900s after World War I. So he was a firm believer, and even though the Apaches were his friends, you know, it was kind of a strange story. So why would a secret society form to protect these mountains? You know, 1983, this became a state wilderness. You know, you have national parks like the Grand Canyon, you have state parks, you have state monuments, and then you have wilderness areas. And wilderness areas are designated places where, like say, only a man or a woman on foot or on horseback can go in. You can't even hang glide over them. Even when the government has to do work on trails, it's all shovels and picks, and it's all saws and hammers. There's no motorized anything allowed in them. So, you know, this is getting into the David Paulides stuff. Are these refuges? I don't know. I don't know. We can only guess and surmise, but with the amount of people that have seen things up in here, from the alien abduction stories to the skinwalkers, the Yinabushis, or any other phenomenon, you know, they seem to happen in the wilderness areas. But back to Circle Stone, and it may explain why it's a sacred place, in part. There is a circle of rocks, the top of Mount Mound, at the very, very top of the Superstition Mountains. It's about 140 feet across, okay? And it's got 6-foot walls that are 2 feet thick. And it's built with stones that are called two-man stones. It took 2 men to lift them. They're about 100 pounds each, and to set them in there. In the center of this circle is a square, 17-foot by 17-foot square, with the point, one of the points facing north. Okay, it's got spokes that come off of it. It has got windows cut in for the summer and the winter solstice. It lines up with Draco, Ursus Major, Ursus Minor. There's petroglyphs in the area right there. There's settlement camps around it. It was obviously constructed. It's an astronomical site of some kind, you know. And they're dating it back to about 200 AD. So it's been believed when it was first found by Tom Colin, well, that he found it, right? He was a rancher on their side of the mountain there. He discovered it, but you know, the prospectors found it before him, and the cowboys found it before him, and the Spaniards found it before him. You know, so it's been discovered and rediscovered when you go back through. The Native Americans, obviously we believe now it was used as an astronomical site, but with that kind of precision of that time, you know, we have this view of Native Americans as just spear, chuck, and hide wearing savages out here, you know, eating rabbits and hunting. But when you start breaking down society and the trade routes and the fact that Phoenix, and I want to talk about this because I didn't last time, and I think it has a lot to do with not only the past and the mystery that is Phoenix. We have a mountain range that seems to have this thing at the top that's been used for spiritual or astronomical reasons forever. We don't know what it is, and they just opened up the investigation into it again. But we'll find out in the future. One interesting note is they found a stone there about 1.5 by 2.5 inches. It had washed down from the site itself, and it has a sunburst on one side and a beetle on the other. And that smacks of Egyptian to me, specifically sun worshiping Egyptian. I don't know. There were a lot of snake cults in the Old West, and then the Native Americans had a lot of snake cults going on, from the Aztecs to the Hopi. They were big into snakes and snake worship. You see that in their architecture quite a bit, but what it means, I don't know. You know, I can just tell you the stories that I know here. But Circle Stone is definitely a phenomenon, and I think it speaks to the longevity of the power source up here. There's little people. Did we talk about the little people last time?
Not really, no.
So if you go down to the State Park Museum down there, you will find a howdy. I think the trail's that way. FBI's everywhere. So if you go down to the museum there, you'll see a placard on the wall that talks about the little people. And the Pima believed that the little people were up there living around that area. And one day the mother goddess came down and took them all away. You know, and they didn't mess with these little people. They were like short, but they had these mental powers. They were really, really strong. The same thing as you get at Mount Shasta, right? That story is up here. You got stories of a Bigfoot, just one, but we got one Bigfoot story up at the Mount Mound area as well. I don't know how true it is. Could have been a bear, but you know that story floats around from time to time as well. If I can pivot to Phoenix real quick as a whole, the Phoenix Basin. And this is one of the first articles I wrote when I started diving into the mystery that was Phoenix here. When you look at the birth of a civilization, right? You look at Mesopotamia, right? You look at Iraq, Baghdad specifically, that area, and Phoenix. And they're both roughly right in the same latitude, right? Technically, Lebanon, Phoenicia is at 33rd degree parallel, and we're 33rd degree parallel here. A lot's been written about Phoenix and the 33rd degree parallel and the occultism that is baked into the modern day city of Phoenix. But what do you have? You have the cradle of civilization. You have all the grain that was grown and the crops and the flourishing of early civilization. But why? Because you had a desert environment with perennial water flows coming into it, right? The Tigris and the Euphrates, and they would flood and put those nutrients up so they could farm, and it was a sustainable, systematic, predictable pattern that you could build a civilization on. Phoenix has the Salt River coming in, just right up there. We got the Gila River to the south. We have Agua Fria. We have the New River, and we have the Hacienda, and we have the Yavapai. We got 6 rivers that dump into the Phoenix area. You meet a place called Tres Rios, right down there. And what do you have when you have a desert environment? You can farm darn near year-round. You get 3 crops in almost every single year, sometimes 4, right? There's no tropical diseases, right? You're not burdened with that. There's no snow, there's no downtime, there's no preparing. It's a continuous push forward for civilization. And what do you have? You have the Hohokam. The Hohokam were living down here, and that's how Phoenix got its name, right? You guys were at Yuma, right?
Yep.
All right. Do you want to hear the story of Jack Swilling?
Yeah.
All right. So Jack Swilling came out here. Well, Jack Swilling was born down there in Georgia, and he was a rough cat, big guy for his age. He was a ruffian, but he was walking along one day, about 17 years old, and some drunk guy sicked his dog on him. He said, get your dog off me, get your dog off me. It's very well documented. And the guy kept encouraging his dog to attack Jack. So Jack pulled his knife out and killed the dog. The guy gets livid, comes out with a 2x4 and starts coming at Jack, and Jack says, don't. And there's witnesses, and Jack stabs him and kills him too. Okay, 17 years old. Now, this guy's kinfolk's gonna kill Jack. This is the type of world it was. Jack joins the Georgia militia, and he goes off to the Mexican-American War, and he does 7 tours there. 7 tours, Mexican-American War. And he comes back, but it was still hot. People still wanted to kill him. So he joins a mule train, and he goes to Missouri. He's up there for a while. He marries a woman, has a kid. She passed away. He leaves the kid, the daughter, with the family, and he came out west. Now, before he came out west, though, he got in a bar fight. And in that bar fight, he got shot in the side, and the bullet lodged up against his spine. He got stabbed twice, but that wasn't the bad thing. Someone took the butt of the pistol, and they hit him on the back of the head, and it split his skull open. He went down. He woke up about a month later. They had his head pushed back together. It was healing. And when he started getting better, they gave him morphine for pain. And they said, mix it with whiskey and take as needed. Well, that's not going to wind up good for the long run.
No.
And he became a raging opiate drug addict, as well as an alcoholic. But in between that, he was extremely coherent, a great guy, a model citizen, but he would go on these drunken binges and he would beat his wife. He would do unspeakable things. So he was like this Jekyll and Hyde. But he came out to Phoenix area at the time, and he started the first mill here. I believe you mentioned the Hohokam a few minutes ago, right? The Hohokam were known, you might have seen the canals when you drove across Phoenix, okay? Our canal system here, the SRP, the Salt River Project canal system, is built on top of literally the same identical canals that were dug here about 2,000 years ago. Our canals are their canals. We could not improve on the location, the pitch, or where they went. So we just dug them out and made them bigger and put concrete in them. And that's how Phoenix gets its water put across it now. Well, Jack was on, you can't see the mountains from here, that's South Mountains. The next mountain range over that way, on the other side of Phoenix, it's called the White Mountains. He was coming back from Wickenburg. He looked down and he saw these lines coming off the river. He's like, well, that doesn't look normal. He went down and started digging around. There was no big stones in it. So he knew it was all backfill. So he recognized from the mountaintop when the sun was a certain angle that there were canals here. And he knew that the Pima had dug out some canals in the Tempe area. So he says, it's got to be canals. So he forms a Swilling Ditch Company and 2 other ditch companies. And he starts digging these canal systems, and Phoenix starts flourishing. He becomes the postmaster, right? He goes for postmaster, and they vote for him. And he gets drunk one time and he shoots a guy for voting against him. He was just that kind of kooky. Well, he was also an Apache Indian fighter. So he would go out and he would fight the Apaches in the area that would come in and raid, as well as the Yavapai. So he was an Indian fighter. He rode with Colonel Snively. Keep in mind, Arizona was a 48 state back when there were only 48, right? We're the last one to be admitted into the Union because the Apaches were still carving people up here, right? We didn't become a state till 1912. Right, when they split the New Mexico territory in half. So you got Jack Swilling. He did like 10 different kinds of occupations. He built the road, part of I-17, from Black Canyon City up to Camp Verde. That was on the Swilling's road. So he was a heavy hitter, but he would go off the wagon. During all of his exploits and building his career, if you will, and living out here and fighting Indians, Snively got shot and they buried him out there in the field, a place called Snively's Hole. Along with about 6 of his other friends. They were Indian fighters at the time. Later when he started settling down, he married a woman. She was a Hispanic Mexican, and it wasn't done back today. You didn't mix, people didn't marry outside of their race. So he was pretty liberal for the times. He had 7 kids with her and adopted 2 more Apache kids. I think during a war, during one of the battles, he ended up killing some Apaches, and there were 2 kids, a brother and a sister, and he took them in as his own, even though he ended up killing their family. But what happened was, he was living at the base of the Bradshaw Mountains, a place called Gillette, and every time he would get bad, meaning drunk and on one for a week at a time, his wife would go to his friends and say, hey, can you take him and sober him up? So they would go out into the desert and they would go prospecting, or they would go and find one of their fallen comrades from a decade before. They would exhume the body, bring it back to town, and they would bury it. So that had happened like 5 or 6 times prior. Right? So like, all right, Jack's on one again. Let's go get Snively. So that was the plan. And they rode around the south side of the Bradshaw Mountains. And the plan was to do some prospecting, come back into Snively's Hole, exhume the body, and drop back down into Gillette. And they did. That's what they did. They found two areas of interest up there for mining, and they buried Snively. Well, unbeknownst to the party of 3, there was a robbery in Wickenburg, the stagecoach pulling out going west. And there was this little hill on the west side of Wickenburg, right about this time of day, just a little bit afterwards. The stagecoach would leave in the evening, right about now, and it would go because the horses could go longer at nighttime without the sun, right? So they would ride at nighttime. But as you came up, headed westbound for California, up this hill, the sun, like right here, is in your eyes. And that stagecoach got robbed in the same place like 10 times at the top of the hill. I was going up the hill because the stage driver couldn't run away. He was going uphill. So that's where they always hit him. And 3 guys robbed the stagecoach. And I think they ended up killing one or both of the men and taking the money. I think he killed one of the men. Swilling, it was known as the Swilling Party on that expedition to get Snively. They didn't know anything about it. But the people that robbed it took the same path down, dropped into Gillette. They tracked those people all the way back over, and they blamed it on Swilling. A long court case ensued. Swilling was in court off and on. People were standing up for him. They arrested him. He went to trial up in Prescott, and the Prescott attorney said, hey, you can't prove it. Everyone's got a theory here, but they didn't do it. Like, you got no proof of it. You say he did it. We got some tracks on the ground. It could have been anybody at all. So they let him go. But the political dynamic at the time, remember, Jack Swilling was the founding father of Phoenix. Jack Swilling and Lord Darrell Dupa. Dupa's the other founding father of Phoenix. There's a whole handful, but those 2 stand out. Darrell Dupa was the exact opposite. He was born in Wales, the 12th child of a nobleman. He came out, an amazing guy. He spoke like I don't know, 4 languages. He would quote Shakespeare by the hour. Just extremely intelligent, highly educated. He was a 33rd degree Scottish Rite Mason. Him and Swilling, of all people, became like best friends. They were really good friends. And they were sitting on some ruins right there in Phoenix, about a mile from the airport, called Pueblo Grande ruins. And they sit, and that was the big one. That was the main Hohokam ruin system. But they're trying to find a name for what's now Phoenix. They were calling it Pumpkinville. That was our first name because pumpkins and squash were growing along the river. They grew them for the horses and the cattle out here because they grew so prolifically. It's Pumpkinville. Swilling wanted to name it Swilling, but he already had a little place out to the what's now a little bit east of Phoenix. They were going to name it Stonewall after the South, right? They're like, no, the war's over, get over it. So they're kicking all of these names, and Daryl Dupa stands up and says, gentlemen, I'm going to paraphrase here, like all around us lie the ruins of an ancient civilization that once thrived in this valley with canal systems from a once bygone people. I see a new civilization rising up from these ashes. Let our city be named Phoenix, like the bird that rose from the ashes. So Jack was there for that. Jack was part of the old guard of the people that came in and fought back the Native Americans in a time when they were at war for this territory. By the time Jack was being persecuted by his political enemies for this murder that took place, they wanted the old guard gone. They wanted Jack gone. They had new people coming in, new younger families, and the temperament was changing, and they wanted to get rid of that. So a lot of people think that Jack had mills, he had his ditch company, he had a lot going on. They wanted to get him out of there and basically take all of his money, take all of his holdings. So if you remove Jack from that, then you could steal and plunder everything. That's exactly what happened. There was one attorney in Phoenix who had the charges reopened on Jack again, and he hired a surveyor, and that surveyor proved that the crime took place in a county, in Yuma County, not Yavapai County. They said, well, the line was 50 feet over. It actually took place there, so the trial in Prescott didn't mean anything. So they tried him in Yuma County. So Jack said, hey, they said, we need you to go to jail and sit there he said, fine, I'll go. I didn't do nothing. He went to Yuma, sitting in that jail, communicating through mail with his attorney at the time. And he didn't know that was going to be his last move. They just let him rot. There's a few theories on how he might have died, but Jack Swilling was a huge, hulking man. I mean, he was just a massive dude. He just built and dug and hammered and milled and mined his entire life. But when he died, he was like 115 pounds, a shell of a man, and he died in that prison for a crime he did not commit. 3 weeks after his death, they arrested a party of 3 younger guys in their 20s. I believe it was in Dodge City. They were spending a lot of money that young men shouldn't have. And when they caught him and beat the truth out of him, found out that they were responsible for the Wickenburg murders. But Jack was already dead. The founding father of Phoenix, Arizona, died in the Yuma prison, and they buried him in an unmarked grave there. And you were in there yesterday, so.
Wow, that's crazy, dude.
I'm surprised a movie hasn't made about that. It's just an amazing story. They call him Tragic Jack.
I guess, why don't you talk about some of the creatures and things that are in the interior of the mountains?
There's a story, and I touched on it last time. I'm a skeptic when it comes to most of this. I go by the research, but I can kind of read between the lines, and I kind of work that aspect of it. There are stories of alien abductions up here. There was a woman who was rock hounding. I think I mentioned on the last video we were in here, and she said that she was in a cave and turned around, and a reptilian creature hit her with a beam of light and knocked her out, and she woke up and she was I guess, as the story goes, and they dropped her back off again. That's a very famous one. They got very popular story. It's been circulating since I think the late 90s, mid 90s, somewhere in there. There's a story I read, and I'm trying to find out where it was again. I can't locate it through all my library at home. But when they were building the Apache Trail, we were on the Apache Trail there, and I want to take you up there. Next time you come out, we're going up there. All right, we're going to go to the interior of this mountain. We're going to do some exploring. But it was coming down, and it was built. It was during the Reclamation Act of 1902. Right? They did the Reclamation Act. The first was the Tennessee Valley Authority project. The second was the Roosevelt Dam, and they dammed up Roosevelt. Then they did 3 more dams coming down. So there's 4 lakes here, right? And those 4 lakes are what made Phoenix able to be farmed, because it was a farming community. That being said, they hired the Apaches to build this road. And it was just a massive workforce of Apaches and some American engineers, and I think the cavalry was involved or some part of the military. But there was somebody in charge, and he was talking with one of the chiefs that was here representing the Apaches. And he pointed to somewhere along the Apache, they were on the Apache Trail talking, and he pointed to a thing of rock on a cliff. And he says, "You see that right there?" He said, "That's where it's at. That's where the entrance is." He said, "The entrance?" He says, "That's where the entrance is to the inside of this mountain. That's where you can go. And that's where the other world is at." And I've been trying to tell my kids, and I've been trying to teach the young about this, but there's no one in our tribe that I can trust with this knowledge, with this information. And he wanted to tell this guy and show him this knowledge, and he, for whatever reason, it didn't happen. And that's what he was writing about, that he wished to God, and he went up there and he couldn't find it again. So somewhere along the Apache Trail, looking up to the Superstitions to the left, there's a ridge of some kind, and I've driven it, off and on. I've driven this road 1,000,000 times, and I can't imagine where it'd be, but people are walking all over this place, So you'd think someone would have found it by now, but then again, it's now under Arizona rule, and it's a wilderness area, and it's under the control of the government. So I don't know, I think that's very interesting. I read a story a couple days ago, kind of going through all the old stories, and up in the Santa Catalina Mountains, just to the south of Tucson. That's another metamorphic core complex, like South Mountain there, metamorphic core complex. Metamorphic core complex. This is a caldera, but they're not too different. And you have all these metamorphic core complexes that are these, remember we talked last time about the portals, right? We got Mount Graham over there where the Catholic Church built the Lucifer lens, right? To look out, and the other ones on the side of Rome, so no matter what side, no matter where the planet's positioning, they're looking out into space both times of day. Well, all these mountains, from the Santa Catalinas to Mount Graham to the Sierra de Estrellas down there to the Superstitions, all have stories of portals on them. But in the Santa Catalinas, there was a story of some people that went up there and they found a cave. They'd gone into this cave, and they went hundreds of feet in, it went down and opened up into a great big valley on the other side. And they don't really know, it just kind of, story ends there. And you can imagine, you can go through with maps and find out and track it if you'd want to or need to, but these are just these stories that bounce around. It's like, what are they? What do they mean? I just don't know. I did some research as well. Remember we talked about the guy that found that door with the iron door in the Phoenix area? Because you'd asked about that again, and I thought, you know what? I can probably track this down. So I got the original story. I actually tracked the book down, and it wasn't an easy book to get. It was expensive because it was an out-of-print book. Arizona Cavalcade is the name of the book, and I found it last one on Amazon. I got it. I read the original story. It was written in the paper back in it had to be in the early 1900s, and it was at Maricopa Wells, which is south of that mountain right there. And the story goes that he was on the Walker Party going to California, and they stopped at Maricopa Wells, which is on the Gila Indian Reservation, right there at the Gila River. And they let the horses graze and feed up in water for a couple days. And the second day they were there, their horses got stolen by, I think they're Yavapai or Apaches. And he was put in charge to go get the horses back on foot. So he took some dried jerky and his rifle, and he struck north. Well, you're walking into what's now basically the center of Phoenix. You're coming around the east side of South Mountain, and you're walking up into Phoenix. One man on foot's only going to go about 20 miles a day, right? 30 if you're pushing it. But he took off, and he said he came to a river. There's only one river within walking distance in one day, and that's the Salt River. You cross the Salt River, right? He said he saw some smoke off to the west. Well, that would be the Phoenix settlement right there. So you can track these stories back if you're familiar with the area and the territory. He said he went across the river, and he went up, and he got kind of turned around and lost. He was going back on a side trail, trying to find the horses and the guys, but he went back, and he comes across this cave, and he saw this door in it, and he didn't know what it was, but he didn't have time to check it out. He went down, and that's where he said King Woolsey. His name was King Woolsey. That was his name, and he was like I say, a frontiersman, a Apache hunter, everything else out here on the frontier. He said that's when King Woolsey came around and saved his bacon, because he was about out of water, about ready to die. And he said, Woolsey took me back to my ranch. King Woolsey's ranch is 150 miles north of here, north of Prescott. So, when you hear these stories, And you know where the things are at. Now, King Wolseley's daughter that he had years later had a little ranchette right there in the area that's now like 16th Street and like Broadway area, but that wasn't his ranch. Maybe he took him back to that. I don't know. It could be. We're tracking, and I am a skeptic at heart. So he then said that he went back years later and he went up into these red rocks. The only red rocks in that area right there is Papago Park, right in the center of Phoenix, right next to the airport. When you're in the airport, that's the Papago Mountains right there. And it's the remnants of it's a conglomerate rock formation, some iron in it, and it's mud and stone and rock all compressed together. That's kind of right there. You know, so he said he found this iron door, he was going to go back, and that's where the story ends. How much of it's true? Not true, I don't know. I will say, however, it's very interesting to note that the Arizona National Guard built a underground base right there, though. So, you know, can you prove it? No, but I have a friend who did some contract work there, and that base does indeed go underground, at least 3 levels, reputed to be 7. And it's all fenced off there. So the one story I got where a guy finds a hidden door, you know, on the frontier in the Phoenix area, we now have an underground base. And it's reputed to be, it's not a defense base, from what I've been told by people who work there. They said, we ain't there to defend anyone. Like, this is, in case the citizenry gets out of control, we're here to keep civil control over the people. Like, that's what that base is for. So, you know, but then you got to think, if there is a metal door there, a steel door, in the Hohokam, that's the heart of the Hohokam people. Pueblo Grande is right there, just to the north. You know, there's a hole in the rock, astronomical site there that the Hohokam used to gauge, you know, the year for their planting and all their ceremonies on. So they had to have known about it too. You know, is this the area of Aztlan that the Aztec talked about as the northern section of their land holdings? You know, I don't know. There's a million questions, and there's so much history. It's like Voltaire said, history is the lie most commonly agreed upon. But these stories bounce around, and we gather them and tie them together the best we can, and I go through them one by one and kind of debunk if I can, or at least record them and tell the stories.
I got 2 questions.
Yeah.
One, what is the craziest experience you've ever had here? If it's something we talked about before, you can just retell the story. Or even a couple experiences.
Oh, I'll tell the story again. The craziest thing ever happened to me in the desert wasn't right here, this mountain range. It was driving back to Wickiup, Arizona. I used to live up in Wickiup, town about 300 people, about halfway between Phoenix and Vegas. And I was traveling back from Phoenix to home. I used to stay and visit my family late at night. I do the bank runs because we owned a gas station up there. And I would drive back. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, and I stopped by at Burrow Creek Bridge. And the little parking lot's not there anymore. You used to be able to turn off on the edge there and look down into the campground right on the east side of the bridge there. And I was sitting there staring. I had my pickup truck, and my dog was with me, Chacho. And I'd been there a million times before, and I just start looking around. I just get this feeling like I'm being watched. It's like a creepy feeling, and the hair comes up. And I had a knife with me. It was a fixed blade knife. I always carry a fixed blade. It was just, back in the day, I stuck it in my pants here. And it went to uneasy, like, okay, there's something really wrong here. And then I went to, you're in real danger. And I looked around for my dog. My dog was under the truck. And Chacho was a fighter. He wouldn't have done that. You know, he was always up on my side. So whatever it was big. I start looking around. I kind of crouching down just defensively. There's wild cats out there, right? Owls do attack. There's any number of things. And I'm looking around. I can't see nothing. And I start looking up. And when I looked back and to the left, something was bearing down on me. And it was almost at me, and I instinctually just rolled. I did martial arts. I did Aikido for years, so I just did a shoulder roll. And I rolled out of the way, and I came up and grabbed my knife. And as it flew by me, I heard the rustling of clothing, like the way a flag whips in the wind. It was cloth. I heard cloth. And it came down, and when I came back up, I grabbed my knife, and I just yelled something instinctually. You know, I got in a fighting stance, and I yelled something, and it went up maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 yards. It turned and hovered, and it just stayed there. And the only thing that I could tell you it looked like that people would be able to equate it with was that those things on Lord of the Rings, what do you call them?
Ring wraith?
Those things, with the black things like that. That's only, it was smaller. It could have only been about yay tall, maybe 3.5, 4 feet tall maybe. And it sat there, it felt like eternity, and I yelled something again, and it turned to the east, kind of east-southeast, and it just went towards Greenwood Peak. There's Greenwood Peak right there. That's the story. Like, what does it mean? I don't know. I can tell you a couple years later, I didn't tell you this story last time, I used to do hiking. My friend would drop me off in the desert, and I would hike back in. I'd have my routes. I'd check the water sources in the spring, so I knew where I was at. I'd cache food sometimes and fresh socks and underwear. And I'd hike out 5, 6, 10 miles on my own, and that had happened. I was hiking down Burrow Creek. Well, right there beneath that bridge where I was at, where that attack happened, okay, my friend Rick had died there. There's a hole. As you're coming down, there's a, the creek goes there, but there's a hole in the creek goes about 30, 40 feet down right there. You can't see the hole. It's obviously underwater, but it's a natural hole. And Rick was leading a bull out of that canyon because his father-in-law ship on the ship ranch there. And the bull crossed. He had it dallied up. It was winter time, and he had on his coat and his gun, his chaps, and everything. And for those of you who don't know, yes, people still push cattle out here out west. It's not a costume. People actually dress like that and work cattle. And the bull crossed, and the rope knocked him off his horse and into the water. Rick couldn't swim, and it was my friend Ruthie's husband. And Rick went to the bottom and drowned right there. That was a very tragic thing that happened at that very spot right there. Now, that being said, you know, years later, I'm hiking out, backpacking, and I got to cross this creek several times, as you do when you're in a canyon hiking out. It's off trail, no trail, backcountry, right? There's no trail like you would think if you're back east hiking on a trail. We're in the middle of nowhere. You can hike wherever you want out here, and I was going down a canyon. And I was climbing up the bank, and I slipped right in that spot, just a few feet from where Rick died. And my face hit the rock, and I knocked myself out. And I came up to my dog, Chacho, again, licking my face, and I was slipping into the water. And this is, I swear to God, Colin, this is a true story, bro. I climbed up, I woke up, and I climbed up, and I dumped my backpack off, and I rolled over in the sand, and I'm looking up. And right at that time, they were building the second bridge. If you go across Burrow Creek now, there's 2 bridges. Back in the day, there was one. And it was a 2-lane, bridge going across that you had to go by semi-trucks on this bridge over 800 foot. Well, they started building that second bridge right there, and laying there for a second, looking up, just getting my breath, and about 850 feet up, and the bridge was out about probably 75 feet. They hadn't finished it yet, so they were just coming out. And I looking at the edge of the bridge, and I noticed something, and it just looks like someone squatting on the side, like a gargoyle on the very edge, just kind of like this, looking down. I thought it might be a construction worker. It was like Sunday. Remember, it was Sunday, and I thought, that's weird, someone's out there on Sunday. And I kind of waved, and it just looked down. And I kind of closed my eyes for a second, opened up, and it was gone. And then I put together, oh, wait a minute, this is where Rick died. This is where people come from Vegas, and the mafia throws bodies off this bridge all the time. This is where the hang glider slammed to the wall and died, right? This is where a lot of death happens at that bridge. It's not a really happy, positive place. So I start going down the creek a little bit more. I said, I'm just gonna get out of here while the getting's good. And I start going down the creek a little bit more, and there's a bend before you get to the campground right there. And if you go down there, watch out, there's quicksand under the water. And I was walking with my pack on, and I went down and I hit the quicksand. The water was about yay deep, and I went underwater to here. Like, the second time I almost drowned in like a half an hour, and I couldn't get my feet up because I had my pack on. So I undid my pack and got it off. And I took my walking stick, I still had it, and I put it down on the sand, and I kind of stepped on the thing because I could push to get my weight. And I pushed the stick down, but I got up high enough to break it, and I got out. And I grabbed my pack and kind of swam to the side and didn't touch the bottom. It sucked down again. And so that happened, all in that area right there.
Jesus.
You want to talk about a haunted place. You want to go demon hunting. And in fact, Alicia, my wife, and I went there. We did a video, went out there one night and spent half the night out there just trying to pick a fight with the demons out there, see if we get to come back, but it never did. Ghost hunting, I'd take you up there and we could muck around there for a while.
We gotta come back, man.
You know, that's about, you know, as close as I've come to a personal experience. Those two scenarios right there that happened within years of each other. And, you know, when you get out there ain't nothing out there, man. Like today, to this day, there ain't nothing out there still. It's a pretty wild place.
So I guess my last question, what would you say is the spookiest thing about the superstitions? What's something that freaks you out about the mountains?
It freaks me out so much as I'm in complete awe of all the places I know. This mountain is the most written about mountain. It's one of the most photographed mountains. I think it is the most, this right here is one of the most photographed mountains sides in the entire state in all of history. The longevity of this, how important it was to the Hohokam, and then the Pima, and then the Apaches. Imagine an Apache chief telling somebody, hey, that's where the cave is that goes into the underworld, right up there. And I want to teach someone about it, you know? The Apaches didn't get here until 1350. They're Athabascan. They came out of Edmonton, Alberta. They came across and conquered and came down, got their butts kicked by the Comanches, then shot west, right? And so they were only here for a couple hundred years before the Spanish got here, and then another 150 years before the Americans got here. So they were new, and they discovered all this, or whatever's in there. I'm in awe that this mountain has so many mysteries, and it just gets passed from one culture and one age to the other to the other. I wish I knew what that mystery was. Like I say, you know, just yesterday I read there's confirmation that there is a secret society of some kind, or at least there was when it was written back in the World War I area, of Apaches that were protecting this area. Pimas as well, they have their stories as well. So I think there's a lot here that we don't know about. And before people, because people back east have a different view of, you know, the world, because they don't have this that we have out west. They can't just walk for 4 days and see nothing like we can here, you know. But they say, well, you know, people ever go the Grand Canyon, for instance, right? Talk about the Grand Canyon mystery up there, and the Egyptian citadel that might be in there, you know. They say, well, there's over, you know, 5 million people a year go to the Grand Canyon. Well, do they? They go to the South Rim Visitor Center. The Grand Canyon is 277 miles long. They see 15 miles of it. Of that 5 million people, only I think 5% walk down that trail, right? Of them, 95% go down 1 mile and back. Only less than 1% go all the way to Phantom Ranch. They don't go off the trail. So they go from the top to Phantom Ranch, 2% go back up to the north side, back down. No one goes up to those caves and the spires. No one knows what's in the Grand Canyon. You put that under federal control, right? And you can hide anything there. It is a fortress. The Grand Canyon is a citadel, the whole thing. What better place to hide something, you know? The North Rim is closed off for 5 months, from the first snow in November to December, all the way through like May or June of the next year, every year. Half the year, the North Rim's closed off. They say it's for the safety of everybody. Yeah, it's when the government care about your safety, huh? They care so much about your safety, they're just gonna close it down.
Right.
You know, and what goes on up there, you know? I've had friends tell me there are trackers. They say, oh yeah, we know when people were in the backcountry. You gotta get permits to go off trail there. And you can only go and you can only camp in designated sites. It's very well regulated, you know? So can you go anywhere? And if you can go, let's say you do sneak down the Grand Canyon. How are you gonna get out to Vishnu Peak? It's gonna take you a week to hike around. It's literally a maze of rocks. You gotta take the Colorado River to go down. You ain't gonna navigate that in a boat. You need a professional guide to take you down there. You get dropped off, how are you gonna get out? You know, come down those tributaries and side canyons. All those tributaries dumping in from Utah south into the Grand Canyon are the most unexplored territory left in these United States of America. They just found that mural back in the 80s up there. Have you seen the pictographs where they look like, they call it Edgar Allan Poe's Nightmare, right, on that thing? That was discovered in '85. Of all the prospectors and all the army and all the surveyors and everyone from the military and the government and hikers and everyone trucking through northern Arizona, southern Utah, they just found it in '85. What else is up there? You know, there's so many inaccessible places around the Grand Canyon. And in here, as I mentioned last time, this is, by geologist terms, one of the roughest, if not the roughest chunk of real estate in the lower 48. It's just a volcanic caldera of decomposing lava rock. There's some granite back in there too, Boulder Canyon and whatnot. But it's an extremely, extremely rugged mountain range with not a lot of permanent water sources, you know.
Awesome, man.
I mean, to leave it at that.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Awesome, dude. And I want to say thank you again for coming out, Corey.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome.
We love you, man. And
This is crazy.
I think we're excited to ghost hunt out here, dude.
Yeah.
So right now it's 9 o'clock, and for the very first time ever, we're heading towards the interior of the Superstition Mountains. 5 years ago when I first filmed that video, I wanted to go in. This is a moment 5 years in the making, and I'm terrified. I think all of us are really on edge to actually do this investigation because there's a difference. Houses, homes, you're safe. Out here in the wilderness, not only with rattlesnakes, mountain lions, coyotes, all sorts of creatures that can kill you, but also with almost every type of entity or paranormal creature under the sun. Reptilians, aliens, soul eaters. I don't know what the hell we're driving into right now, but this is just one of those moments when I'm definitely saying a prayer of protection before we even get on the road to get in there. You ready with all that said?
Hi.
You guys ready to go in?
Yeah, we're ready to go.
Follow me. Let's do this.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Here we go.
The search continues for 3 men lost in the Superstition Mountains. They were reportedly looking for the lost Dutchman mine with hopes of striking it rich, but now experts say they'll be lucky to get out alive.
Since the 1800s, at least 100 men have either died or been killed hoping to strike it rich here.
This victim, just 25-year-old man, he's from Mesa. He was hiking here at the Peralta Trail in the Superstition Mountains.
The hikers were reported missing yesterday because they were supposed to come home last night.
Now to the latest on the tragedy in the Superstition Mountains.
Yeah, the deadly crash of the medical chopper last night raising serious questions about what took down that aircraft.
So many lives forever impacted by this deadly and mysterious crash, and now the desperate search for answers begins.
All right, everybody. 5 years, days of filming, years of comments and sharing and editing, and our journeys across the planet to the world's most haunted locations. It all leads up to this moment right now, here at the location of our biggest video of all time, and yet the only place that we didn't actually investigate. Now, we filmed in the shadow of the Superstitions last night. Solar eclipse was today. Tonight, we're here about 20 minutes, 30 minutes down a dirt road, the farthest you can drive in from what we could tell, here at the base of the Superstition Mountains. And let me tell you, it's f***ing creepy as shit out here. What else can you say? I mean, this is like every single type of paranormal activity is supposed to be here, and we're the only ones here. I mean, driving up here, we didn't see other people for miles, so it's a little creepy. But, guys, 1 million subs!
Woo, 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 woo.
How's everyone doing tonight?
Spooked. Honestly, this is all the stories that we've been hearing about this place. It really keeps you on edge, seeing what are we gonna find tonight. Something's gonna rip the flesh off our bones. You know, something fun.
That doesn't sound very fun.
No, not at all. But I mean, with all the stuff that's going on, I mean, solar eclipse today. I mean, I think if we're gonna find anything someday, it'd be today.
Yeah, yes we will. Mom?
Yeah, I mean, I think with the eclipse, all the energy, it's just kind of crazy. And I mean, we're gonna searching for skinwalkers or little people, giants. It's so creepy, but I'm so excited. So
I know, me too. Papa Smooks.
Yes, sir. I don't think it's a great idea, to be honest with you. I'm a little bit freaked out. So, don't have a lot to say. I'm just having a flashlight here all the time. I'm not going to let anything kill me. So, yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well.
Well, here we go.
All right, guys. 1, 2, 3.
1 million! Woo!
All right, guys. Without further ado, Let's fucking do this. Let's get to it. Okay, first thing, here's our super bright flashlight. You can see right there is actually the ridge of the mountain. It's kind of crazy you can pick that up. So this is just to show people, since we are in the pitch black, you can see that right here is physically the Superstition Mountains. Like, we're actually right up at the interior, which is fucking creepy for sure. Also, this flashlight is extremely bright. I mean, I'm pointing it at a damn mountain. Isn't that kind of crazy? Mm-hmm. And you can actually see it.
That's cool.
Oh shit, yeah, there you go. Oh, that's dope. Look at that.
That's cool.
Looks kind of like some cute little, I don't really know.
In the sky. Oh my gosh, that's right.
I know.
Why does it sound like a laugh?
I don't know. All right, well, here, I'll give this back to you. Here we go. Look, you can see if there's scorpions with this. Got a UV light. Yeah, this is creepy as shit. Yeah, dude, this is creepy back here. We can set up right here. So, right here where we're at is a base camp where people come, obviously, to set up and spend the night. I don't know if you can see on camera, but the mountain's right up there. That's crazy. All right, so first, obviously, we love using the FLIR, thermal imaging. We're gonna have Papa Spooks, he wanted to do this, scan the area to see if there's any sort of heat signature or any phantom cold spots, anything like that. Even, you know, predatory animals that might be approaching us, because you don't know, we're actually out in the middle of the desert right now. Is that you?
Is that a camera right there?
Yeah. All right. Please, higher power, God, whatever's up there, please be with us right now as we walk through the darkness of the Superstition Mountains. I want to introduce myself to the energies here. My name is Colin. We're coming tonight to speak to the spirits and energies here, to understand you. So I'm inviting anything or anybody that's here to walk up and speak with us this evening.
Shielding myself with white light.
What is that?
Bat.
Bats. God dang it.
Shielding ourselves with white light right now. We ask for protection against anything that wishes to harm us tonight. We ask that you watch over us and you keep us safe.
My name is Mary, and I'm just putting a big protective bubble over all of us and trying to just call in anybody or any spirits from ancient times, just to try to make contact with us, but just have white light and protection.
My name's Jeff, and as they said, invite you to come and communicate with us. We're friendly. We just want to verify your existence, and we come with all due respect. Pray for protection against anything that's bad entities or energies here.
My name's Connor, by the way.
You didn't say that? All right. Is there anybody or anything out here that can hear our voice? Is there anybody here with us right now? Evil energies, good energies. Little people, Bigfoot, skinwalkers.
Aliens? Evil spirits?
Was that my whistle?
Healthy.
Listen.
It's echo of the
That's
night.
creepy.
That was creepy.
I don't hear it. Try to speak with us.
Did you hear me?
Oh, that's weird.
All right, we're just gonna sit and listen. Can you tell us who or what you are?
Cursed.
Cursed.
Ooh.
There's a lot of curses out here. What kind of a curse? I'm hearing shit over there.
Mm-hmm.
Picking anything up over there?
Not yet, no.
Who or what is with us?
Can you make some sort of noise to let us know you're
Footsteps
here?
follow.
Ooh.
Fortune.
The
Gold mine.
A curse to protect the gold?
That's cool.
Are you someone who protects the gold in this mountain? The Lost Dutchman gold mine?
Love.
Conjure.
Conjure. Oh. It was conjured, dude.
Conjured protector of the mind.
Yes.
Yes, it's him.
If any of you spirits... What?
They will scratch.
So if you're this entity that was conjured to protect the gold, can you come out and show yourself on this device? You just have to appear. It's like a picture. Doesn't hurt.
We're hiding from you.
Oh.
Well, if you would show yourself, please. We've come a long way.
He asks.
No.
What?
Remember the little person? How that park ranger came in here, saw the little kid, and then he said he
It hid.
he ran after it, tried to find it, couldn't find it, started hiding, and then he turned away from it, and it appeared again.
Happy. I love this.
Happy, I love this. All right. I'm sure you do love this because people don't really come out here to ghost hunt often. I don't think you're a ghost, though. You say we're hiding. Who's we? Can you identify yourselves? What are you? Try really.
You seem familiar.
You seem familiar. Jeff and I were here in 2019.
Oh.
We've all were here the other day. Were people sacrificed here? Is that how you were conjured? Whoa!
What was that?
Look, right here. Dude.
What?
Husband?
What about it?
Wasn't that right here?
Remember, like, they said skinwalkers have to make a sacrifice
Oh.
of a loved one for them to become a skinwalker. A woman killed her husband to become a skinwalker.
There's another noise here.
Whoa, what was that noise over there?
Can you come out? Freaky. Like, heavy breathing.
Many deaths.
Hear me.
Hear me.
Is that you over there?
Okay. Let us know you're there.
Make a loud noise.
Oh, dude, look over here. Yeah, my ear just started ringing.
Reflections deceive.
Reflections deceive.
Oh, dude, something just came up, bro. You guys feel that?
Uh-huh.
Dude, like actually.
Yeah.
It's like I just gotta chill.
40.
Who are we feeling that just walked up? Dude, it feels like there's
You've
something.
got to go.
Oh.
It feels like there's something that just surrounded us.
Yeah. Get cooler?
Yeah,
like I
it
said,
got
one of
colder
it.
all of a sudden.
I heard something like walk up behind us.
Yeah.
That's what I was pointing at.
Uh-huh.
These bugs.
Conjure.
Oh,
Conjure.
again.
Oh,
There's something over there.
you're not picking anything up?
Here, you better. Hold on. Wow. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just right here.
Mm-hmm.
Something's moving.
So whatever you are,
Nice hat.
Oh, Hunter and Jeff have
My hat's camo. They can't see it.
My God, it's like something surrounding us.
who are you talking to with the hat? James or Jeffrey? Victim?
This is very new.
Yeah.
You don't need it? This is just a light, it's not a camera.
Yeah.
I say we gotta still go back out. Let's go back out.
Sting.
Oh, what was that?
What is it?
That was so loud, dude.
Here.
Okay.
All right, we hear you.
Roberts.
Robert?
Beginning.
Something just dropped again. Is it raining?
No.
Cold.
Green eyes.
Oh, that's me.
Should we walk up here a little bit?
You want to talk to me?
Dude, this is creepy. Isn't this spooky? Look at this amphitheater over here.
He was telling us about this.
I'm like, look at these buildings, dude. What is this shit from?
Well, is this actually? I don't think this is.
No. I mean, look at that over there is like an abandoned amphitheater. Guys, look at this. Will you grab that camera right there, Mom? Dude, this is spooky, bro. Oh, wait.
I heard something over here.
Be careful.
Analyze.
Like what, you know.
Analyze what's in there.
Oh.
A knock.
In that house.
Can you do that again?
Can you show yourself?
Crawling on top of the roof right here.
Let's go down to this amphitheater. This is very creepy. I'm glad we came to this camp, dude. Oh, it's cold right here.
Whoa.
You feel that wall of cold? What? What?
Okay, what was that?
Like something threw a rock
Okay,
at
we
the
have to, you know,
Hey,
honest. Oh, did you do that?
I think that might have been.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, Jesus!
That's what I'm saying. We have to kind of be careful.
What the was that?
I think.
Your device, what did it say?
Oh, sorry, that was
How
her.
do you use this?
Who's she?
No.
I just heard a loud thump.
Okay, there's something. Is it following us?
Dude, how fucking weird are these buildings, dude? Like, what the hell is this? This looks like a cult ritual site.
It looks like that. What's it called in California?
Bohemian Grove.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure nothing's following us.
Look how tall this mountain is, dude. Alright.
Also notice how it kind of smells weird up here.
Yeah.
Suffer.
Spray something.
Suffer.
Dude, I almost feel like something's like hunting us.
Yeah.
Energy.
Energy. Maybe it wants our energy.
This is just such a peculiar spot.
Hello?
Oh my God, that's cool.
Yee, yee!
Hello?
That's
Fucking creepy.
so cool.
We should get that. Can you get that on camera?
It should be picking up.
Should be.
Can you speak back to me?
That's just imagine.
Trigger.
It switches.
Trigger now.
Mm-hmm.
Use your voice and speak to us.
It likes to hurt people.
It likes to hurt people. Dude, yeah, you hear this? There's something over here in these bushes.
There's like some kind of stream over here.
Who likes to hurt people?
Just see a little thing sitting on top of that rock.
Mm-hmm.
What's the thing that likes to hurt people?
Margaret. Intelligent.
Dude, I feel like there's something up here.
Mm.
Don't you?
Mm-hmm. Watching us.
Gory.
Like that thing that was sitting up. Oh, that spirit that Corey was talking to with his friend that died. Did you live here? In this encampment?
Noise up there.
You hear that?
Lori.
What'd you
I'm taking my time.
I'm taking my time. Oh, jeez! Right here? Jesus, that was loud. My time. Oh, jeez! My time. Oh, jeez! Oh, jeez!
Yeah, really bad feeling too.
Yeah, I feel like I'm kind of like, ugh.
I can't find my way. Sleep.
I can't find my way.
Miscall?
Yeah.
Miscall?
Yeah.
Oh. That was a tap in
over
here.
here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
That was a tap in
over
here.
here.
Are you inside that building?
You look the same.
Didn't it say, like, I've seen you, you've been here before,
Yep.
and then now you look the same?
Should we turn off all of our lights?
Help us talk.
Dude, this area is f***ing creepy.
Yeah.
Like, it's like an abandoned city up here.
Yeah.
Touch. Communicate.
How far does this thing go down there?
Terrified.
Does it go down there?
Dark spirit.
Dark spirit.
Oh.
Terrifying. What did he call the really evil one? The black spirit, the dark eye or something? Bathroom. There's bathrooms up there.
Right.
Right here.
Yeah.
Gun.
Harry.
Harry, twice.
Who's Harry?
In the room.
In the room. Bathroom in the room.
Oh, okay, what the f*** is that, a gun?
I don't know what that was.
That was a gun.
Ava.
Sounds like someone on these steps.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it sounded like a gunshot.
Oh. 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 Is there anything here with us right now?
Admire.
Not enough.
We're not here to worship whatever it is.
Here.
We're just here to talk.
Was that your voice?
It's creepy. Alright, check this out.
Oh, God. Imagine if there's campers.
No to that. Right. Edgar. I like music.
Funny he says that. We're in an amphitheater.
Oh.
True. Like, what kind of shows were they doing up here, or what is this for?
Stage or something.
I mean,
Like
clearly a lot of people don't come here, you know?
No.
Isn't that weird? And it's like really overgrown.
Are you guys hearing that?
The house.
That was like a really high-pitched sound. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Like in my ears? Were
Yes, it was like...
What the fuck? Almost like alien type thing.
Dark entity.
Here.
Dark entity here. Oh. A knock. Oh. Oh. What's the name of the dark entity? Dude, this mountain.
There's definitely bats flying through the little white blocks.
Dude, look at how big this mountain is. Like, look at that. Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Right, let's go back up here.
We're gonna grab our stuff over there.
That's this thing again.
It's like there's noises all around us.
Box. Like that could be a box.
I know. Alright. Mary, don't walk too close to the sides. Oh! Don't walk too close to the sides. Oh! Don't walk too close to the sides. Oh! It was a movement again. But you don't see anything on the thermal?
I thought I heard it in this bush.
Blue eyes.
The lady attacks people. So it's like a female, it's an evil female spirit. It really is.
Yeah.
I thought it said Mary.
I did too.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It did say Mary.
The evil female attacks Mary.
Oh,
Picture said-
in the name of death. Mary.
Yikes.
Either the
And then I
evil
got blue
female's
eyes.
gonna attack me.
You. Okay, it's kind of you have blue eyes.
Blue eyes, blue eyes.
Maybe this is the first time you're going to get attacked.
Yeah.
She's over there.
Oh.
Where? Where is she? Where at? Tell us where so I can point this at that area. Oh, Jesus. What the f? Was that drum on?
Yeah, that was tipped over.
Area. Oh, Jesus. Area. Oh, Jesus. Area. Oh, Jesus.
It's like something's f***ing with us, dude.
Dude, this is really weird, bro.
Irish.
We all got
Look
our
at
hands
this
full.
girl around you.
Oh, she.
Around us.
Little girl. Who is this little girl? What was that? What the? What was it? Was that?
Hold on, guys.
What was that? What was that? What was that? No, seriously, bro. Wait.
It was over here.
No, it was right in front of me, dude. Me.
I did bad things, it said.
I've never used this before.
Should we just run? Don't spray it.
Hold on, I'm gonna wait.
Dude, it was a loud f***ing snap right here.
Keep your line on your face.
Dude, I'm getting like a chest pain.
There.
Chest pain. Let's go look up here.
Okay.
Oh! 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 You guys! What's happening, guys? You know, I might go to. Do you think we should go back to the car?
Dude, I swear,
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
I swear, I saw something about this high,
Are you
right
Dave
behind
upset
that
me.
building
Here?
when I came around. That's why I
serious?
screamed so
Now?
loud.
Like right now?
Yes. When I walked up by the building.
There's a noise too.
I know.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's, I looked over and I saw like a flash of like something about that tall. And it was like all like a light tan skin color.
Oh.
Oh my god, dude. That literally almost gave me a heart attack.
Dude, I'm.
Did you hear that?
What? Something else?
Jeff, come back. It said right leg. Isn't that where you got attacked the other day?
Well, that's where I have my thing.
Show it. We didn't talk about it.
I didn't know I had one.
One light.
And after we got home from. One light.
I can speak through this.
I can almost speak to this.
So we were just at the Superstitions last night, at the Superstitions, and when I got home I had a scratch on my... I also had a frickin' welt on my back, my leg, obviously, too. But
Yeah, let's see the scratch.
so here's the
I
scratch.
feel like you can
didn't,
explain it better.
well, I didn't even know I had it, actually. And
She killed.
it's kind of deep.
She killed on Jeff's device.
Yeah, it's like a deep gouge. I don't even remember where I got it. After
the
that, and then look
fuck?
at on the other side of it what I had from the night before. From there.
Oh my god, dude.
I know.
What
It's
the
from the
f is
desert.
that?
I was told it was a, what was it? No, assassin. A guy told me it was an
Assassin bug.
bug here. That thing. Turning
What
black.
the f?
Yeah, I know. It's f***ing all hard around it. And then I had this thing. I didn't even know that I had that.
And to clarify, because I don't feel like you said that like clearly, after you came home from filming at the Superstitions the first time, you had that both of those on you.
Yeah. I mean, I knew the back one hurt, right? And I showed you. And then when I obviously get ready for bed, I didn't realize I had the front one.
Possessed.
Skinwalkers around.
Oh, skinwalkers around.
Can you feel us?
Can you feel us?
Look at this. Oh, that's crazy.
This is. It's hot here.
It's hot.
It's hot.
It's cool.
Oh, Jesus.
Guys.
Okay, we should probably figure out, like, get somewhere protected. Yeah.
That was an animal noise.
What? Hey, I thought I heard footsteps. Okay, hold on. Wait on. Where? Come out if you show yourself.
This is creepy. Alright, let's go walk over here. Why is it hot? I don't know, but it is hot.
Why? And then it actually gets cool again.
Oh, look, a little frog. Yeah, what is this?
It's like the giants.
I mean, look. It looks like a church.
Weird. Another amphitheater?
Yeah, what the f is up there?
We gotta watch the ground. Oh, what was that? What'd you hear?
I thought I heard a growl.
What the hell was that?
This is so weird. Like, look at this piece of wood right here and this fire extinguisher.
Equipment.
Hey, dude, this is so creepy. All right. So apparently, according to what you're telling us, there's a little girl who was conjured here to protect the mountains, who hurts people and kills people. Is that true? And also, what is she?
Kevin.
The choice
others
that
mean
you
harm.
like. The others mean harm.
Oh, dude, it said, "I'm a friend. The others mean harm." It gets lonely.
You look at this.
It really feels like there's like an invisible, I know it sounds crazy and people are like, oh yeah, duh. But it just feels like there's like invisible stuff around us, you know?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it's so weird. Like right here it's saying, I'm here to help you, I'm a friend. The others are here to hurt you. And this woman spirit was conjured to... Did you hear that?
Yeah. That was a noise.
Oh, that camera just died. Over here. 1987. Like, dude, what is all this creepy shit up here? Anybody else? Just, I mean, you can set that. Look at this. Is this animal poop? Mountain lion?
Probably.
It's kind of big.
What is it? Oh shit.
Great.
That's creepy. Or coyote. It's a lot.
Look at this, dude. What the f is this? It's like cult shit.
Oh.
What?
It's like a squeak.
Jeff. I didn't realize I thought it was up here with us.
It kind of smells like something dead.
Ooh, you can
Smell something bad?
Yeah.
It's something.
Say it again.
It smells like something dead.
Oh,
It's stinky.
It does.
Yes, over here.
Yeah.
Oh, this said yes over here.
Oh, weird.
Yes, over here. Hello? Look at this over here. It does look culty.
Go back there.
Go back there. I guess we have to.
No.
Back there, dude. It just said go back there.
Oh.
Alright, go.
Okay.
Go.
Look at this picture. This is cool.
What's your name?
Yeah. Oh! 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 Move, move. Wait, careful of the bushes, guys. Yo, that was a thump, dude. Is there somebody else out here? Where'd that come from?
Behind us.
This way?
Hey, I don't want to be right back here.
Oh! Oh!
Hell.
Oh! Oh!
Hell.
Oh! Oh!
Hell.
I don't see anything.
It's a creature.
What?
That's what it said.
It's a creature.
It's a creature.
Okay, move up a little bit.
Well, I don't
This
want to.
way.
I don't have a light.
Dude, these rocks are so cool. Like, look at this. Dude, this is like,
Oh my god.
what the
This
f is this
insane.
shit?
This is like a freaking bombed out.
This looks like a cult.
Look at all these
Yeah.
benches and shit.
I know. Doesn't it look like a cult gathering spot?
Yeah, it is.
Like, I really don't get the point of this.
It's a rock here.
Oh, dude, movement right in there.
There's a click.
This was my home.
Oh.
This one over here.
Indigenous spirits? So, all right, guys, let's think about this. So, we've got something. There's a
Heart. I just got weird.
There's a woman spirit that attacks people, hurts people. It says here, it's a creature, skinwalkers
We're
around.
apprehensive.
We're apprehensive. This is my home, so it sounds, could be indigenous. What do you guys make of what this is?
Failed.
Failed.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I gotta chill right here, right now. Wait, what's that? Oh, my hair's on it. Oh, your light just died? Right when I said chill? All right, who's with us? Dude. Visitor.
Who's with
I
us?
feel
A
like there's
visitor?
something that is right here. up. I just wanted to go up over here to look. Let's go walk over here. Like, look at this little shack, dude. How f***ing weird is this stuff? What is all this? You've got to be careful.
This has to be one of the freakiest looking plants.
Oh, dude, that looks like a hell plant. It does look like it tipped over.
This is old.
Yeah, I heard that.
Look how old this is.
What the f***? It's like a log cabin. Dude, these rocks are freaky, dude. Look we're like right up on the base of the mountain. Dude, this is so fucking strange.
This is small enough to be a log cabin.
Dude, look at this, bro.
Is that the cave?
I mean, look at that. Isn't that weird?
That's really weird.
Like, it's just a building with a room.
With the rock?
Yeah, with the rock. And this wooden structure. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, kinda. It does.
They're shouting out.
Oh my god, my light just died too.
No, we only have
Do
two
you get
left.
that on camera? My light's dead too.
Just show how dark it is if we turn our lights off.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the sky.
Dude, how crazy is it to look at the mountain?
See this light right here?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like blinking.
Yeah.
Where? This star right here?
Do you have questions?
Dude, this is UFO country.
It's like blinking.
It's moving.
Oh, look at the bats. What's the bug?
Look at the stars. And you can really see the mountain. It's trippy. We should go back to the car. 'Cause we need lights and we can grab like a spirit box.
Yeah. Well, there it is.
Okay. You can come, Mary.
Me?
Yeah, you guys can come.
Can you go left?
Mine said died a long time ago.
Oh, like chest pain. Yeah. It's really weird. I definitely don't feel safe around here.
No.
It is creepy. Watch out, witchcraft, my device just said. Skinwalkers.
Oh. Killer.
Killer?
Uh-huh.
And then wave is cold.
Yeah. That is so weird. And then why do you get those warm spots? I don't get that.
Oh!
Here's me.
Yeah. What's that?
We gotta be careful.
What was that?
Okay, we shouldn't stay
It's
here.
either an animal or something.
No, seriously, that was fucking loud. And dude, it's freezing right here.
It's freezing. And then I even actually got so hot back there. I'm like trying to shake my jackets off.
There's that bat club, isn't there?
Yeah.
Oh, did you see all those bats fly through? Oh, look, there's a frog. I thought I saw it move.
Hey, little buddy.
There's two of them.
Scamper along.
Oh,
yeah.
more. Here, I want to see. I should. Isn't that kind of weird?
So weird.
Second, what?
What?
Right here,
Hold on.
it's that wall of heat again.
We need to figure that out.
Well, good luck. I don't know how you're possibly going to do that.
That's Corey.
Because we're done with this anyway, so I'm going to go back to...
We went back to the car and we got the stuff for the Estes method. We got the DR60 and Jeff set up the SLS camera. So we're gonna have him do a sweep of the area with the SLS, see if he can pick up any figures, and we're gonna run a DR60. In search of the lost Dutchman gold mine. That's what this area is.
Oh, cool.
Alright, I'm gonna start skiing. To whoever's here, someone told us that there was an evil woman who was conjured. Who is that?
Are you here to protect the lost gold mine?
Are you trying to hurt us?
Can you tell me if there are lizard people that live here?
We just want to know your name. What do they call you?
Are you evil?
Do you know what a skinwalker is?
Can you tell us one of the tribes of indigenous people that lived around here?
I want to try something. Come on. Connor told me that's not what a coyote makes. Do it. Do it. Come on.
I know better.
Come on. Everyone wants to see this at this point. They're all going to be saying you're lame that you don't do it. Come on.
I hold myself to a higher standard.
Connor, it's too late, bud. Come on.
Hey, I'm a coyote.
Wow. Can we get a thumbs down in the chat for that? That's lame. Jesus.
Whoever's here, someone told us that there was an evil woman who was conjured. Who is that? Are you here to protect the lost gold mine? Are you trying to hurt us? Can you tell me if there are lizard people that live here? We just want to know your name. What do they call you?
I heard they call me something. Do you hear that?
Your
Listen.
name. What do they call you?
I'll go back and listen to that later. Get anything on the SLS?
Come and look. Oh, look, he's laying. Scanning this area right here. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, look at right here. Oh, look at it. It's going in the bush. What?
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
What?
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
What?
Oh! Whoa! Whoa! What the?
Dude, it's freaking.
Wait, what the was that?
It's like pushing
it
in the
actually
bush.
touched
Look,
the bush.
it's pushing the bushes. Like
Where, dude?
Look
It's,
at,
where,
look at
which
this.
side is it on?
Look at that black crap coming through there.
Oh my God,
Oh.
dude! It's huge, and it's right here.
Look at it's right in front of us. Can you rustle that bush for me?
Can you rustle that bush?
Whoa!
Whoa!
You
what the
guys.
hell, guys? Jeez.
What is?
Okay.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa! Yo, thank you so much, whoever you are.
Okay, can you stand up? Can you stand up and oh, he did. Look at
my
look
God.
At, look at oh.
Oh.
He stood up and
Okay,
then left.
but what the hell were those
Yeah.
noises? dude?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Right over by it.
And it wasn't this cactus because
Dude, it's cold. Do you feel it?
Yeah.
It's like a breeze just came in. Oh, that's weird.
That's really strange.
I mean, that's just unbelievable that there would be noises over there. I mean, like,
before he goes, see him down there?
oh, why do they like the
He's on the ground.
so much? Can you get that, Mom?
You got it? Look at it's right in front of us.
Let's ask it a question
yeah.
on DR60.
Yeah, quick.
Let me hope
Why it's here. Why it's here.
All right. So we got an SLS figure literally right here on the dirt.
Stay
What's your name?
Why are you here?
Have you been following us?
Did somebody kill you?
We're coming here only with respect. What's the scariest creature to you that inhabits this land? What's its name?
Can you tell me the word of these large prickly plants right here?
I already stopped
Oh,
recording.
Okay,
All right.
it's gone. Should we say?
Dude, it's huge.
Oh,
Oh,
it's gone.
Oh.
Right after we're done with that.
weird.
What's your name? Why are you
Oh.
here? Have you been following us? Did somebody kill you? We're coming here only with respect. What's the scariest creature to you that inhabits this land? What's its name?
That's a big.
So we actually did get a response.
That's weird.
Well, you guys, I think it's time we do an Estes method out here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Where should we do it?
Maybe we want to just.
I don't want to get our pants all dirty again.
You want to sit in like the bed of the truck?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Sure.
Okay.
Want to grab the lights?
Hey everybody, it's Colin here. Thank you for watching today's video. Hello to all the new subscribers and hello to the rest of our beautiful, wonderful, spooky family. As you know, every single week here on the channel, we give away a free gift bag to one lucky viewer of the show. And this week, to enter the contest, all you have to do is like today's video, let's smash that like button, and comment, "I love ghost hunting," in the comments section below. I'm gonna give y'all 10 seconds to do this now. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go comment. You can comment multiple times. It helps the video so much. But anyways, let's get back to today's video. Thank you for listening to my little spiel. I love you guys so much, and stay spooky.
All right, guys. So once again, thank you to everybody for the 1 million subscribers. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for putting us right here in this moment. I gotta say, this has been an amazing night, and this place is really scary. Do you guys feel it getting like colder by the second? It's weird that it's getting like that. I'm like freezing. But we're right now here sitting in the pickup with the mountains right behind us, still deep in the Superstition wilderness. So yeah, let's find out what we've been talking to all night, guys. Cold. Down.
Have you been following us around all night?
Shadow. Walking.
Did you throw some rocks at us?
That was her. Oh, I just heard a chaos.
Are you a man or a woman? Or neither?
Woman. Coming.
Are you a witch?
They dragged me into the demon.
Is this the
shadow?
Is this the woman we were speaking to back there?
Chasing.
She was talking about that there was a curse
created here.
Is there a curse on this land?
On me.
There's a curse on you.
Leave.
Did you?
I'll be coming.
Did you conjure something?
Ugh. Told you not to come. You're dead.
Did it have something to do with the gold?
Shut up.
Do you live here? In the mountains?
There's someone here.
Okay, do you live here in the mountains or in the desert somewhere?
No.
Where do you live?
Conjured. Conjured.
Did someone conjure you?
God.
God conjured you? So are you
a perfect form?
Are you evil? Or are you good?
What's the difference?
There's a pretty big difference.
No.
Okay.
Motives.
So you're looking at the motives
Listen up.
of other people?
Dio.
So do you not like it when people come into these grounds?
I'll stomp them.
Are you a giant?
Ghost.
Are you a shapeshifter?
The water's filled.
Are you a shapeshifter?
Watch for deer.
Ooh.
Damon. Look to the right.
What brought you here?
Go on. There's an energy.
Do you like?
I thrive.
Do you like to travel like a deer at night? Do you shapeshift to a deer?
Sir, you're wrong.
Is this mountain a beacon for you?
All of us.
The beacon for all of
Yep.
the people.
Can you travel through the portals?
I can. Ugh. I knew Jesus.
Is there a civilization under the mountain?
Go deeper. I'm coming. Don't shoot. He'll kill.
Do we need to be afraid?
No.
Do you
I'm
have a
tired.
name? Do you have a name?
The hungry.
Have you seen
Uh-huh.
the small people?
How do you do? Begin.
Who are we talking to?
I dine on it.
Who are we talking to right now?
A condemned. Ugh. I wonder. All over. Dude, I keep hearing like screams too, like, ah! Ah! Gotta eat.
What do you eat?
Plenty of sunshine.
You eat sunshine?
Mm-hmm. Happy thoughts. Put him in the rock.
What do you know about the people who have died here?
I watched 7.
You watched?
Did 1. Ugh. I watched 7. Did 1.
Did they work in the mine?
Whoa.
You don't like it when people take the gold?
We got shot. All 7. Trigger. Gold.
The stagecoach robbery?
12 people. I'm a watcher. I feed. I don't know why the hunger. It's f***ing cold too. I don't know if you guys are feeling that.
It is cold.
It's gotten cold.
It's way colder.
What do you feed on?
People. What you brought me. Natang.
Tobacco.
Heads and feet. Oh, dude. I walk amongst the stones. Literally like that, dude. That was fucking really creepy. I'm freezing too. Suck from the dead.
Are you a soul eater?
Oh, dude, a whisper. I am the wind. Literally like that.
Could almost be like that ring wraith thing
Mm-hmm.
too, that Corey saw that just blew and fluttered.
Leave it for me.
Are you trying to get us to leave?
Dude, oh, that was creepy. A man, like, an offering. Like that. Leave it for me. An offering.
What do you want?
Pickles?
We can bring
You're
you
laughing?
pickles. Anything else?
I want them.
What kind of pickles do you want? We can bring them. What kind of pickles?
Pickle. Again. Pickle.
pickle like we in the desert? Like, remember you said like a pickle?
I'm not of this.
You're not of this.
I'm trying to explain. You will know peace. Big ol'. Check the wall. He was yummy.
What did you do to him?
Can't say that. Pickle? I keep hearing pickle.
Did you used to eat pickles?
Are you roaming?
It's not happening.
Are you roaming out behind us, making noises back here?
I've always been here.
Do you want us to leave?
Over there? Mm-hmm. In the woods.
Well, were you making the noises?
Come find me. Oh, follow me. Dude, f that. Mom. Dad.
It's cold.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
You're a team?
Yep.
We are a team.
Why?
We're trying to communicate with you. Get some answers.
Run.
Are you trying to scare us?
Quick! "33 years. Shot.
Number 33. Remember that?
Shot.
The number. 33 is a special number.
Ugh. I wear a robe. Sodom.
Don't do that.
We're gonna leave soon. What do you want to tell us?
Oh, I have a terrible chest pain. Evil surrounds you. Never come.
How old are you?
Did you hear that?
10.
What was it? Yeah, I know you
It was like a
hear it
person.
over here.
I thought I heard like a person yell.
It's inside us.
Did you hear that?
10.
What was it?
Did you hear that?
10.
What was it? Yeah, I know you
It was like a
hear it over
person.
here.
I thought I heard like a person yell.
It's inside us.
Damn.
What's inside?
Did you hear that?
I keep looking over here because I'm.
We walk amongst you.
We're gonna listen.
Are you...
It's a demon.
Wait a second. No, is that you?
No.
That wasn't your stomach.
No.
What?
It's a skinwalker.
Oh, f me.
Okay, that was a weird sound.
Not me.
You live amongst the rocks. Is this...
I've eaten babies.
Do you come out at night? Or are you always there?
Oh!
What?
Hold on. Look at it. Hold on. What is it, man?
What?
I just saw.
Look what?
I have no clue, but it
Hello?
just ran across that trail.
We better.
Yeah.
Hey,
Colin,
we got something running across
What?
the trail. Like a
there's
big
something
animal.
running over there.
We gotta be careful.
Wait, what do you mean?
Like,
There was I saw out of the f***ing corner of my eye like a f***ing,
Coyote or something?
I don't know.
fast. Okay. Dude, that could be just right up on its head.
There's a light?
Where's the light?
This one is very powerful.
Let's try the spirit box. Dude, that was a very creepy session.
That was so creepy. And so many of the things you're saying are like...
It's so cold. Were you guys
so
talking
cold.
about that?
Yeah, we're freezing.
Whatever that was big.
Jesus, guys, we should pack up, and I can kind of, in case it's fucking stalking us or anything. What if it was a fucking deer? Could have been a deer.
Boy, if it was a deer,
Really?
that'd be nice. I'd take a deer.
Did you actually see something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember it said, look for
You
deer.
did too?
No.
Oh my god, that went up
right in your
your
mouth.
nose, dude. Oh my god.
Dude, we heard stuff though.
What'd you hear?
Several times.
It was like something kept messing around over here, and then I had the camera pointed at you, and I swear I saw something run right across that trail. Oh my god.
Oh my god, I thought that was a UFO. It was a bug.
But
Hey,
so
why don't
much
you
like,
guys pack up and I can kind of watch or...
you know, evil. Like, almost like an old ancient
God.
one.
The thing is, I didn't feel an evil energy. I felt like, well, I guess it could be malevolent,
Yeah.
but I felt more like just a very old,
Well, I mean,
something I don't
even asked
understand.
you, like, are you good or are you evil?
I'm like, it feels like someone's like stabbing me right here. I wonder what that means.
Oh god.
The whole night, it's like right here. My heart's over here, but it's like someone's like stabbing me like right here. It's like not when I breathe either. It's just like
You said you wanted pickles.
I know. I
Yeah, a
kept
lot of
hearing pickles
That's so weird.
over and over again.
But
Pickles.
I asked, are you good or evil? And you said, what does it matter? Like, what's the difference?
There's so many noises.
You see,
I should fucking go, dude.
Yeah.
I just think it was something that. Dude, that's so trippy. That was like really the voices. I don't know. I just
Oh my god.
such a weird vibe. And it's freezing out here
Yeah.
now. Like actually, it's so cold. All right.
That was a good one.
Whoever's here, this is your last chance. Are you with us?
Ooh.
Wait.
I'm freaking out.
There was some kind of ground thumping over here.
Like a drum?
This is your final chance to send any message to us.
I'm gonna feel better being in the car. How much do you have to pass?
Feels like something.
Colin.
Bud, what's happening?
I don't know. This is very strange.
Sit down. Sit
Hey.
down.
Fine.
Dude. Oh.
Anybody have any idea for like a blessing or something we could do? I don't know. I feel like I
You could
really.
do it.
What were you saying?
You could do it, I said.
Ancient spirits.
Just close it up and just say no one can follow us back.
Yeah.
We hope you rest in peace and you
Talk-
can't follow us home.
And talk to that ancient one that you know, from the stones and the rocks
All
where
spirits.
he lives.
But all spirits, because
Yeah.
there's so many different ones. Like Sean was saying today.
Maybe say something to the mountain.
I feel. Does no one else feel weird?
I feel weird.
I feel really
Well, it's
weird.
cold.
I know, but I feel
And
like there's something,
exhausted.
like, on me.
Yeah.
Well, get off.
It's weird. It's like affecting my mentality. I feel like it's like I don't want to leave. Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Ooh.
This is weird. Okay, whoever we've been speaking to this evening, you have to stay here in the mountains. Thank you for communicating with us. We appreciate it. But with God, higher power behind us, you have to stay here because we are surrounding ourselves with white light. All right.
Okay.
What else do you do?
I think that's good.
That's it.
That's good.
Well, guys, this has been crazy. I think we can all agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Crazy.
This whole area is wild, but we can talk more about it later. I think we still got to drive all the way out of here. It's like a 25-minute drive to just get out of the desert.
Okay.
All right. At the end of the day, our journey into the Superstition Mountains was just as spooky as we always thought it would be. But I'm not left with answers to any of my questions. If anything, I'm more confused than I was when we started. Just who or what is haunting these mountains? I still don't know. I have no answers. We've got some leads now, but nothing concrete. And when you consider just how big the Superstition Mountains are, and the vast majority of areas within that have been largely unexplored, it's no wonder that this place is full of mystery, full of wonder. It's one of the last great frontiers here in America. A real place of enchantment, of danger, of mystery. And already, this place is calling my name. We started this journey 5 years ago, and it ends now. But that doesn't mean we can't write another chapter in the future. But for now, this is Colin. Thank you for watching, and have a great week.